Hi, I'm Mert, and I'm an Altaholic. Welcome to Altaholic's Achievements, World of Warcraft challenge where I finally stop rolling endless alts and actually finish what I started. What did I start, I hear you say? Well, that's easy. I want to get all of the achievements in World of Warcraft. One character, one zone at a time. No skipping, no boosts, and no rerolls. Just pure grind, unexpected side quests, and a full journey through WoW's Forgotten Corners. The rules are simple. One zone at a time. I must stick to one zone until it's fully complete. No hopping around. What do I mean by fully complete? Well, that's easy. I must finish the zone quest for the achievement, and also get the exploration achievement as well. I must then knock out any other achievements that are in the zone, and the rep ones do not count at the moment. Number 2 is no re-rolling. I am stuck with Brometus, the monk. No alt hopping is allowed because I have not created any other character than Brometus. I can only create another character once I have completed the entire continent of the Eastern Kingdoms. Number 3, no boosts and no skips. I'm not doing any level boosts, it's going to sit on my account forever, and I'm not doing any dungeon carries. No shortcuts for this man here. Everything must be earned the long way, just how Altaholics suffer the best. Number 4, I must collect things along the way. In addition to the zone achievements that I need to get, I will also work on pets, mounts, titles, and rep as I go. I want to focus on loving critters and pets, also pet battles as well and collections. I want to then take some photos as well, and fishing, of course, when I see those pools. And finally, and probably most importantly, I got to enjoy the grind. I'm taking my time, going through the story of each zone and hopefully summarize them well for you, and just really soaking in the nostalgia that made me fall in love with World of Warcraft in the first place. This time, it's not a race to hit the end. It's a world worth exploring, and I want to do it completely. Alright, before we dive into another zone, let me start this by saying I hear you. Thank you so much for the feedback of the last episode. A bunch of people mentioned that they want the zones done more clearly slower, one at a time, and I totally agree. From here on out, it's zone by zone, clean and focused. I'll give a summary of the zone story, and we'll go through and pick out any other little things that I find interesting along the way. The last few were a little chaotic and rushed, so this time, as I said, I'm slowing down and enjoying the ride. Before we dive into the next zone, there are a few housekeeping items I want to tick off. First, I picked up the Stormwind camera. I'll be using that for the photographing documentations on my travel, and also the achievement along the way. Then, I grabbed the fishing rod and the profession because, well, I need to level that up because, well, achievements. And finally, I treated myself to a few new mounts. I realized that they're right there, so why aren't I picking them up? With all of that sorted, it's time to head back into the world and keep the challenge going. Before we dive into the next zone, I want to take a moment to highlight something important for this challenge. Holiday and calendar events in World of Warcraft. These limited events pop up throughout the year, and there are a lot of them. From Brewfest to Hallow's End to Noble Garden, the Midsummer Fire Festival. Each one offers unique achievements, pets, mounts, cosmetics, and sometimes even quest lines. Now, to be clear, these won't count as zone lock content for the challenge. They're seasonal and time limited, so I'll be weaving them into episodes whenever they're active, instead of treating them like a zone I need to complete. So yes, you'll definitely see me taking detours to get into these as they pop up. They're a big part of WoW's world and history, and some have achievements tied to them that are too good to pass up. So yes, this was a big lead up to the Dark Moon Fair. Now, if you've played WoW for a while, you've probably heard of it, and also probably gone to the Isle yourself. Done a few things and then walked away because why are you there? You're not getting levels. But in true spirit of this challenge, I've decided to go straight in. It's more than just carnival games and creepy vibes. There's lots of achievements here. The Dark Moon Fair was first introduced in patch 1.6 in Classic WoW as a travelling event. Popped up once a month in the Elwyn Forest and Mulgore, depending on the rotation. And back then, it was mostly just about turning in decks of Dark Moon cards for those epic trinkets. Over time, it evolved into something way bigger. They had a massive overhaul back in Cataclysm, and they permanently set it on the Dark Moon Island itself. Mysterious, fog-covered island. So it has a few main features in this. Lots of mini games, a lot of professional skill quests, different quests and achievements tied to it as well, which lead to the outer world as well, dungeons, PvP, and there's an awesome aesthetic to this, very Tim Burton film. So, while this isn't a zone, I'll be tackling this to the best of my ability, as it's part of this world and I want to dive into it and treat it like something I must conquer. So, let's get into the Dark Moon Fair.
Glory to the Sindorai.
Very well then.
As you first run into the Dark Moon Fair, you can't help but to be taken aback by the alien landscape. Bright lights, strange music, in a sense that you've walked into another world entirely. It's not about war here for once. It's about fun, games, and a little bit of friendly competition. So, without further ado, let us walk into the first game, Whack-A-Knoll. Now, Whack-A-Knoll is simple. It is just whack-a-mole. Grab your hammer, run to the barrels, and smack the knolls. You hit the normal knoll, you'll get 1 point. Hogger is 3 and the baby knocks you back. You get 60 seconds to score 30 points to get the daily, or 45 points to get the achievement. Now, after a few attempts, I realized that it does lag a little bit. So you have to be standing still in order. And after a few tries, we finally got here. Here is my perfect run, if you will. I completed it. I was proud of myself, and it took about 6 turns, I think. I probably could have done it sooner if I was paying more attention to how it worked. But anyway, I did it. Next up is the humanoid cannonball. It's exactly what you think it is. You fire yourself from the Blastenheimer 5000 cannon and land in the water. Essentially, you just want to score a bullseye, that's it. Not near it, not close to it. Just get a bullseye. And the achievement, funny enough, is Blastenheimer Bullseye, landing exactly in the target center to unlock it. Well, here are my attempts. It only took about 3.
My, you're a tall one. Off and away.
That's right. I didn't realize until right at the end that you could just talk to that person and teleport back. That's my fault. I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, on to the next stall, which is the shooting stall. I'll be completely honest with you here. I don't know how I got the achievement. I think I got it right away, and then I went, oh, I have to finish this daily. Let's quickly shoot the rest of these targets. So, don't know how I got this one, everyone. This just happened. Enjoy. Yeah, that game sucks. I would suggest never playing that game. Ever. Anyway, we're on to aim at the turtle, the ring toss, which honestly is probably one of the hardest ones. I just didn't like it. I wasn't good at it. As you can see in this sped up version of my exhaustion, it sucks. You have to hit 10 out of 10 rings on this turtle, and it's really difficult. Triumphant turtle tossing is definitely the good name for this because you feel triumphant. I think I actually fist pumped after this one. The way to do it essentially is wait for the turtle to get to the outermost part of his pat, and then when he goes back, like the second before he turns back, throw the ring. As he sort of stops, you press the button and it channels the throw of the ring, and then you'll eventually land it on. You'll get the timing eventually. It just is exhausting. Good luck with it.
See you later.
Alright, we're on to the tank battle simulator. I'm pretty sure this took 1 or 2 shots. It's as simple as just press the buttons and hit the targets as fast as possible and avoid the other tanks. It's really not difficult, doesn't need much explanation. Just enjoy, I guess.
That target.
Well, we're nearly done. for the mini games anyway. We're on to some pretty hard ones after this. The ones that took my brain and melted it into a fine paste. But before we got there, we enjoyed one final easier one, which is the Firebirds Challenge. This is as simple as flying through flaming rings using temporary flight boosts. You fly through 10, 20, or 50 to earn increasing awards. And 50 earns you the Blazing Wings toy, which is pretty cool. But that is the max achievement as well. So, got through that. The key though, if you want to try it yourself, fly around the outside and then finish off with the inside rings. If you fly around the inside too much and then go outside, you'll lose that temporary boost. Little hot tip from Mert himself. Alright, finally we are on to one of the really difficult ones. Now for this, I say it is difficult. It's quite easy and simple in the end. But the dancing minigame has so many achievements tied to it. It is worth doing. Now this is one of those ones, along with the racing, that I will say I did not do all of them this time. I had a limited amount of time to play this week. It's only a week-long event, and honestly, my brain was melting by the end of the races. I was going crazy. So for these dance ones, it is pretty simple. You need to just finish the dances. Perfect, get none wrong. You have to time them right for the slower ones. I started with the hardest one. It was pretty simple. Once I moved to the slower ones, it was more difficult because I actually had to time them as well as remember the right thing. You have to make sure that you hit the right buttons the same way they came out as the example shows you. It's played a bunch already, so you'll see how it's meant to play. I did get a few achievements, and here they are in succession. But I will stipulate these are one of the ones I would just come back to when my brain is not a paste. I think I did okay this time. Now probably the most painful part of all of this area. The races. Now I will say I did complete every single small race achievement, and I'm very proud of that because some of them you needed to play this perfect. But I only realized after I completed all of these and took that sigh of relief that I was still missing some achievements. Then I turned around and saw there was a big course that was available that was like triple the size. And I attempted them, I got some of the achievements, and then I just went crazy and had enough. I then returned a few days later to try some more and went crazy again and decided that this is one of those things I will do at a later stage because right now I was going insane. But I want to run you through each of these races and what I needed to do. The Racing Strider is literally just a Strider. The Rocketeer is a rocket bike. The Wanderluster is a heavy machine, and the Powermonger is just a big goblin machine thing. It's all cool. I like them all. It's just they all do different things and they interact with the course differently. And throughout the races, you'll see that I did eventually get them, but there's hours of footage of me failing and needing to have a break at some stages. I'm not even close to doing any of the rep stuff, and this gave me a taste of what the grind felt like. It was fun in the end. I'm very proud of myself for getting what I got, but I will definitely take some time another day to try and crush it. Here are the basic rules of the race themselves. The time frames are called tolls. It's just a time frame. Once you hit a certain amount of tolls, the achievement is no longer unlockable, you have to try again. The number was 11. Doing the race the first few times, you might be able to get 13 or 12. Feel pretty good about yourself. Getting 11 is really difficult. You have to play it perfect. No matter what vehicle you're running, it's all the same. You have to hit the first checkpoint quickly. I believe it's before 5, but don't quote me on that, just watch the race. When you hit a checkpoint, it will automatically turn you onto the next toll no matter what. So you want to hit it just before a toll bells. That's the key of these races. Hit the checkpoints as fast as you can without turning those tolls over as it tolls, because that'll be a double count and you'll ruin your race and you will get burnt out by the end. Here is the gold, and yeah, if I had the mic on at the time, you would have heard me shouting enjoy. Enjoy this one. So that was the Wanderluster, the plain version. Probably the easier one out of all of them because you can glide over most gates, you can avoid the enemies and also the traps. So it was pretty easy in the end. Next up is the Roadhog. That is much harder.
I need it.
The final one I'll show you is the Powermonger. Unfortunately, for some reason, might have been the smooth brain at the time, I didn't record one of the vehicles, which is really annoying because it was one of the harder ones to do, but hey, we all make mistakes and apparently I make a lot of them. Here is the Powermonger.
I need to target
So yes, you may be sitting there going, mate, they're just races. You gotta do it. It's easy. Well, you may be right there, but it hurt my brain, but we did it. We got there in the end. We completed the races. Now, before we end the video, we have but a few more achievements to run off the list. We also had to make sure we ate everything. I just bought everything from the vendors, right-clicked, moved forward one step until we got there.
Careful.
We also got the achievement for flying a very long way in one of the big races.
I need a target.
We made sure that we rode a pony. I did 5 Dark Moon games as well. And 5 dailies.
Watch your back.
And I also got another achievement I did not expect to get today. Can you guess what it was? That's right. I fell. And I didn't die this time. How good. How wonderful. I actually did it. And now it is time for us to have a look at our achievement journal so far. As I said earlier, there are certain achievements I will not look at right now. Anything to do with rep, anything to do with groups, anything to do with my brain melting, which, yeah, you'll see a few are missing. That's fine. But I will be back to do them again. Alright, welcome again everybody. We are here to have a look at our achievements. I hope you have all enjoyed the video so far. I've changed the pacing, I've changed the length for those who need to go to sleep and want to watch something in their sleep time. I hope it has been exactly what you are after, because I've enjoyed making this one a bit longer and more in depth. So let's have a look at our achievements so far. I've gone through all of them step by step, so you don't need to worry about me missing any, but I do want to say we've got 22 out of 42, so we're in the positive there. I will go down the list to see the ones that we have missed. Pit fighter, I mean that's going to be difficult because no one actually fights in the pit. 5 dungeons, we've discussed that. Battlegrounds, we've discussed. Artifacts, I believe you can buy off of the auction house, but I will buy them off peak so that I don't have to worry about that stuff. Profession-based quests in Dark Moon, I've done 2 of them so far. I haven't really done any other ones at the moment. There's like a day left, so we'll see how we go. Fireworks in all the I haven't actually gone to all the capital cities to light in fireworks. I'm only been here in Stormwind, so can't really count that just yet. The Dark Moon Rabbit, that requires a group, as far as I'm aware. Races, we've gone through those things. Show on the road, we have to do the band, which again, I need people. Fireworks are going off. Perfect performance, we've gone through that. That needs a group, that needs a group. And then the dances, which just requires me to have time to do more dancing. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll flick it back to the other mat now. And that is it for the video, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. As I said earlier, I really hope you enjoyed the pacing, the change up, and everything involved in this video. I really enjoyed making it this way, and I hope this is what everyone wanted, because I'll just keep making it this way anyway. The next zone will be the Swamp of Sorrows. I really enjoyed that zone. Spoiler alert, I've already done it. And it was great. So I'm really keen to get that video out for everyone as well. Let me know if you enjoyed this pacing in the comments down below. And of course, stop rolling your alts and start doing achievements, baby. Have a good one. See you later.